Welcome to another episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I'm just gonna shoot the shit with you guys, man. What's good with everybody out there? I hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. I hope you guys like that interview I did with Jasmine. I got a lot of interviews that are coming up, and I'm excited about the future. Make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. And there's a lot of things going on in the news. There's a lot of bad shit going on out there. I want to send my condolences to the people that lost their life in the fire. A lot of insane things going on, and it's crazy. So 19 dead after space heater sparks NYC worst fire disaster in 30 plus years. It's insane. And it's bad that people have to lose their life around this time of year, especially with Christmas and everything. It's sad.
And News 4's Ida Siegel spoke so many.
All right, so let me see it. What's good, Stone Sailor? How you doing, bro? I'm just chilling, man. Tommy, what's good with you, bro? All right, ready for this one? It's a really bad story. And my condolences go to the families out there.
So many of the survivors lost their homes or were separated from their friends and families, many of them taken to the Angelo Patri School. And News 4's Ida Siegel spoke to some of those survivors. Ida, they're sharing incredible stories of what it...
The hell, man?
...to escape with you.
Yeah, they are indeed, Gilma. It was an incredible night for them, is one way to put it. The middle school where we are is actually right next door to the fire building. And take a look behind me here. You can see there are plenty of folks who are still taking shelter here at the school. These are people who have not slept, but they know they are lucky to be alive. They are devastated knowing that so many of their neighbors are dead tonight.
It's terrible.
The grief was almost too overwhelming to put into words. Stefan Bezguani and his family barely escaped the fire with their lives, and now they've learned some of their children's friends, who they used to walk to school in the morning with, have been killed.
Tomorrow is a school day. They're going to ask me why they are friends. They're going to ask me tomorrow what they are friends. Because they go together, they come back together. What I'm going to tell them tomorrow.
Stefan lives on the 4th floor, just one above the fire floor.
I open the front door to look in the hallways. Oh, the small, I cannot even see what I'm going, so I have to close the door back. When I close the door back, I went over, I said, let's go, we gotta get up. I said, the fires.
He is one of countless victims walking away with his life today and not much else. The survivors are staying at the middle school next door, comforting each other, recounting the trauma they all just experienced.
Everything why rescue people, bring people out, resuscitate people, doing CPR, everything. It was real crazy, real sad and crazy.
While it was going down, there was a dog that it was dead. I see kids crying for help, and at that point we couldn't do anything.
Delaney Rodriguez lives on the 12th floor. She and her family and her neighbor stayed in their apartments for a while before they decided it was time to leave.
And we closed the house. We put wet towels in my bedroom, which it was the only place that was there safe. It took us, to be honest, like an hour. It got to the point that at the last minute we couldn't breathe.
And the people were really crying for help. No fire escape.
Yeah, there's another angle of that building that does not have fire escapes. It's run by the Community Housing Improvement Program. They released a statement today saying that their hearts are with all of the fire victims and they will do everything they can to help. They're also going to be working with local leaders and elected officials to make sure this kind of devastating, deadly fire does not happen again. By the way, one more note, they are accepting donations here at the middle school. Again, it's MS 391. We've already seen folks bring by diapers and pizza. Lots of people here who will need lots of help in the coming days and weeks. Reporting live from the Fordham Heights section of the Bronx, Ida Siegel, News 4.
And that's what people should be helping, man. Should help their community. And it doesn't matter about anything else. People should just help their community. And that's it. People should come together and try to help. But so I have a couple more things I want to share with you guys. All right, so yesterday I was talking to you guys about the mafia boss who got caught because he was on Google Maps. So now I'm going to play the video about that. For all the latest mafia news, you want to come here. Chatting with Staxx. Italian killer finally meets his match, Google Maps. Can you believe that shit? This dude got caught because of Google Maps. Okay, here we go. For the history books. All right, so they got a trial going on in Italy right now, and I'm going to share this with you guys. What's good, man? Hell.
Bienvenue to Swung to Reporters here on France 24. I'm Mark Owen. In this edition, Italy's combat against organized crime has been pulled into sharp focus by what some are describing as the mafia.
Brooklyn Day, what's up, bro?
Century. Already some 70 people have been convicted. Over 300 more are to face justice. The investigations targeted the Dragetta crime family. Louise Malnois is our reporter who joins us now from Rome. Louise, how does this rank in the history of mafia crime in Italy?
This trial is the second in Italy's history since the Maxi case of the Cosa Nostra, the Sicilian Mafia, in 1986. But in Calabria, it's the first of the same pattern. This trial reveals close ties between the Mafia and the establishment, because there are lawyers, notaries, and even a former senator among the defendants. And most powerful claims have been brought up by the investigation. These claims are based in the province of Vibo Valencia. There live about 160,000 of people ruled by Omerta.
Louise, thank you for setting the scene.
Shout out to Squiggles, Omerta.com, OmertaClothing.com. If it ain't Omerta Clothing, it ain't real. Make sure you guys hit the like button.
Nicola Gratteri is one of the most endangered men in Italy. Even in the corridors of the law courts, the public prosecutor cannot take a step without his bodyguards.
Because the mafia out there, they like to kill people. They kill judges. They kill prosecutors.
I'll let
all that
Capola
shit.
know. You inform the others. Okay for 3 p.m. Goodbye, Your Honor. See you later.
For nearly a year now, he has been representing the state in the Maxi trial against the 'Ndrangheta, the Calabrian Mafia, the most powerful criminal organization in Italy.
I've been living under police protection since 1986.
What?
Over the last few years,
Did you hear
it's
that,
got
people?
riskier. As public prosecutor, I'm pushing further and further. My investigations are digging deeper, and the pressure is building. We had to increase my police escort, and all my movements are planned ahead.
The portraits of Judges Falcone and Borsellino hang in his office. They were assassinated by the Sicilian Mafia 30 years ago.
Obiettivo di un nuovo attentato è stato il giudice Paolo Borsellino.
This was Dragetta, remember?
Several days
1986.
Later,
This dude's had fucking. This dude has had the them watching him since 1986. You believe that shit?
Commitment puts his family at risk, and their lives are also in danger.
One of my sons rides a motorbike, and their plan was to kill him, but making it look like he came off the road, an assassination that would appear to be an accident.
This assassination plot came to light during the trial, divulged by one of the defendants in this specially adapted courtroom, a disused industrial building guarded by the army. The room has been set up like a giant conference hall for the trial.
Yo, they are not
area of
playing.
300 square meters. There are 1,000 seats. The defendants aren't here. They appear on screen using a video conference system directly from their prison. It would have cost 50 million euros per year to bring them all here and mobilized 10,000 police officers and prison staff for their protection.
Wow, did you hear this shit?
This is a historic trial. There are over 350 defendants. In the Ndrangheta, nobody talks. The mafia is based on secret family structures. Managing to get a confession is a huge achievement.
There are 42 informers collaborating with the justice system in this trial. We've summoned the most important prisoners who are willing to talk, who can give us information on the Ndrangheta, who know how it works from within, but who also know about certain events, specific crimes, and have information on the other defendants.
Yo, if you want information on the mafia,
deal a major blow
this is the
to the most
promised
powerful
land.
mafia in Italy. It has taken more than 3 years of investigations to get to this point. In the police headquarters of Vibo Valencia, the Carabinieri have worked non-stop, day and night.
Centro da Indiaroni. È tutto calmo.
Everything seems so quiet. You have to be really good to understand what's going on. That's what makes it difficult to work in this territory. We're always trying to be one step ahead.
They've put up with long hours of surveillance, carried out undercover tales, and dissected telephone conversations, finally resulting in a mass roundup. At the end of 2019, Operation Rinascita Scott led to 336 arrests. Captain Alessandro Bui heads the investigation team. He remembers arresting Domenico Bonaventura, who had been on the run for 2 years.
We're not going to stay longer than 5 minutes, okay? We can't attract attention.
La notte in cui stavo...
On the night of his arrest, he surrounded families are grappling as we entered the building. We found a number of other people who were...
Shit. Hold on, people. Hit the wrong button. All right, boom. If you guys missed a little bit, I'll bring it back a little bit.
Found a number of other people who were acting as a cover for him, whilst he was hiding under the bed.
The man that was hiding under the bed is accused of murder, attempted murder, and extortion. He has to defend himself in front of the court, but also in front of the victims. Tamini Zappia, a simple shop owner, has had his life turned upside down since he decided to appear in court as a witness. It's impossible for him to go anywhere without his 2 bodyguards.
Yankees for life. What's good, bro?
I can only go from my house to work, but it's worth it. It had to change. It requires sacrifices, but they're necessary. I've adapted to the new restrictions.
Like most of the shop owners in Nicotera, this tobacconist was forced to pay the pizzo, the tax imposed by the mafia to have the right to remain open.
2 packs of cigarettes, please.
I had to pay 15,000 euros every 3 months. And after I paid the first installment, they said it wasn't enough to pay the rent. So I understood that it would be never ending. I continued to pay until I didn't have a single note left. There weren't even any cigarettes left here.
Every morning, the threats would get more alarming. When he had nothing left, the shop owner decided to denounce the racketeers.
After I filed the complaint, the Carabinieri investigated. 2 months later, they were arrested.
By challenging the local clan, he has lost some of his clients.
We're grateful he had the courage to do this, because it's not easy to do what he did. Hats off to Mr. Zappi.
What was your denunciation for racketeering?
Extortion.
To help him in his fight, Carmine Zappia asked for help from an anti-mafia association.
People cut you off. A lot of them are bound to the Dragetta boss, so they try to isolate you, and that's going to continue.
Often, after filing a complaint, there's another price to pay, that of isolation.
Like Carmine, nearly 2 million Calabrians live under the control of the Ndrangheta. About 150 clans, 150 Endrini, have divided up the territory. Luigi Mancuso was at the head of the most powerful clan. He is the principal defendant in the trial. He gained power thanks to his role in the
Bob
construction
Saget
of the port
died.
at Gioia
Yeah, right.
Tauro. 7,000 containers are unloaded at this port every day. A very strategic spot for the Ndrangheta, who have become the most important traffickers of cocaine in Europe.
Among all the European ports, this Italian port appears to be the one with the highest quantity of seized cocaine. Because we're talking about tons, not kilos. In 2020, our office seized nearly 7 tons of cocaine.
The shipments arrive from South America, Asia, from all over the world.
Okay, guys, you can bring in the container.
Only 40 or so containers are inspected each day.
Wow, Bob Saget really did die, man. He was
one.
found in his
We're going to
hotel
look in
room.
there.
Wow, that's
According
crazy,
to a police
bro.
source, only 10 to 15% of imported drugs are
Rest in peace to
intercepted.
Bob Saget, bro.
Okay, that's good. We're off. Often they use the actual structure of the container. Sometimes there are holes or cracks that can be filled with different types of illicit merchandise. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. But when we do find something, it's usually a big hole.
A recent find was these 4 bags, containing 108 kilos of cocaine, worth about 22 million euros.
Cocaine.
A small loss for the Ndrangheta when you consider their annual turnover, which is reported to be about 43 billion euros, sums of money that attract attention and provoke bloody clashes between the different clans. In the village of Soriano, there are reminders of Martino Ceravolo's son on every wall.
Stormy,
of his
what's
house.
good?
His bedroom has become a sanctuary.
Peace out, bro.
Look, we still have the train ticket that Filippo bought to go to Pescara to see a Juventus match. He was due to leave on Saturday. The tragedy happened on Thursday, the 25th. He never got to go.
On the 25th of October 2012, Filippo Ceravolo said goodbye to his girlfriend to make his way home, hitchhiking. he got into the wrong car, one driven by a mafioso who was caught up in a clan war.
Oh, man.
Someone called Domenico Tassone was driving the car. They were shooting at him, but it was Filippo who took the bullets. There, and there. He had 35 impacts. Those guys ruined our lives.
Wow.
His son was recognized as an innocent victim of the mafia by the Italian state, and a monument has been erected in his honor in the village.
It means everything to me. It's a symbol for the youngsters. And above all, it's a symbol that encourages them to grow up in a different environment, away from the criminal activities in our villages.
The investigation into the death of his son was closed in 2016 without having identified the killers. Martino is hoping that at some point during the Maxi trial, one of the
chilling, I'm
might bring up
good.
some new information. We are meeting with one of them, Luigi Bonaventura. We cannot show his face, and his address is confidential. He now lives hundreds of miles from Calabria.
Listen, I got some
Calabria, I'm a
people.
dead man.
I got some people that are involved with the patriarchal family. I got someone that's involved with, I believe, the Colombo family, and they're gonna come on the show. And I'm just trying to find a nice pocket to bring them in. So it's gonna be a good one.
If I return to Calabria, I'll have to go back with a gun or I'll be killed.
He's been immersed in this violent atmosphere since he was young.
You grow up surrounded by weapons and you pick them up, you load them, unload them, you aim, you fire. It becomes a game.
Born into an Ndrangheta boss's family, he was brought up to kill. At 20, he committed his first murder, and then accumulated further crimes. But when he became a father, he started to think about repenting.
I wanted to talk to my father so as not to be taken for a traitor. I knew I was taking a huge risk, but I wanted him to hear about it from me and not from someone else. I explained the situation to him. I told him I wanted to give my children a different future, so that the Dragetta wouldn't have an influence on how my children would grow up.
His decision means his life is in danger. His own father tried to kill him. Today, this ex-mafioso is helping with the investigation and trial. He has the same hopes as most of the population. Vibo Valencia, where 86 people have been arrested, 3,000 Calabrians have broken the silence and come out to applaud the police, a sign of historical and unprecedented support.
Well, let's go back now to Louise Malnois, who's waiting for us in Rome. Louise, thank you so much for that report. This isn't just the tale of mobsters then, is it? All parts of Italian society have been touched by this, but the Dragetta family has spread beyond the borders of Italy. How did they manage that?
The Dragetta is now the most powerful mafia in the world. It's the only active on 5 continents for several generations now. The Dragetta has sent clan members abroad, and then especially in South America, they've developed a strong relationship with local narco traffickers, and they negotiated the best price to buy cocaine, up to 40% less than others mafias like Cosa Nostra or the Camorra. And then this drug, they have to sell it and they have to launder the money. So they've spread beyond Italy's borders, and Nicola Gratteri knows it well.
The mafia is not just an issue for southern Italy. It goes beyond Rome. The mafia is a global concern because the money laundering is organized through investments in rich countries, not in poorer southern cities. For 2 reasons. 1, because it's easier to hide wealth in wealthy cities, and 2, because the investments are safer. The mafia are investing in Germany, Belgium, the Netherlands, Switzerland, and the south of France.
Let's go back to our correspondent, Louise. Does this case spell the end, or perhaps the beginning of the end, for organised crime in Italy? Or is there another mafia family standing by, perhaps, to take up the reins, but the others are forced to let go of?
Yes, they are. Eradicate the Ndrangheta is quite an impossible mission, but still, we've seen a decrease in criminal activity locally. In the province of Vibo Valencia, one murder has been recorded since the mass roundup, whereas there were 18 in the only previous year. But at the same time, in the main street of Vibo Valencia, for example, stores remain closed today because 90% of the storekeepers were used to pay the pizza previously, and now they're afraid to reopen and put under pressure by new groups. So the work of anti-mafia associations like BERA, for example, is very important to encourage people to remain part of the legal economy, to encourage locals to support these legal shops in order to avoid going back to how it was before.
We will watch how this develops with great interest. Luis Manuel, grazie mille. Thank you very much indeed, Luis, our correspondent in Rome. If you would like to see Luis's report again, you can, of course, via our website, france24.com. This is Reporters on France 24. Stay with us. Most of all, please stay.
And I'm going to have that video. I'm going to have the link for that one inside the description of this video. If you guys want to check it out, I'm going to try to put the link in there if I can. Try to figure it out. But damn, Bob Saget died, huh? Let's check that out. Guess he was found in his hotel room. Who knows? Bob Saget died. Okay, so what's good? Miss Can't Be Wrong. How you doing? So let's see here. So Cyril DePazio is coming on my show soon. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be a great show. I know a lot of people are anticipating that one, and it's going to be good. Like, so let's see here. Full House star dead at age 65. Stand-up comedian and actor beloved for his role as Danny Tanner in the 1990s sitcom Full House died Saturday at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Orlando, Florida. He was unresponsive in his hotel room. He was pronounced dead at the scene. So, I mean, you could probably figure out what that was probably from, right? I'm sure you can figure that out. Yeah, so Bob Saget is dead, people. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. It is pretty sad. That's what happens in life. My heart goes out to his family, and especially them people that died in that fire. So tragic, man. They didn't say if it was drugs or foul play. R.I.P. Bob Saget. Shout out to Code of the Streets, man. That's my boy. Shout out to Double Dare Entertainment, J-Dubs. Shout out to, there's so many people. Cyril DePazio, Joey Catalano, Dave Icavetti, Joey Seifert, all of them. Stevie Bullets, Bobby Louis, Fire 19 dead. Yeah, it was terrible. It started from a space heater inside the house and must have got knocked over, started a fire, and it killed a whole bunch of people. It's terrible. Especially right after Christmas, and there was a bunch of children. It's just a sad situation. I mean, the one that happened in Philly, these are the victims of the one in Philly. It's terrible. And then the house, the building in Philly, this is the one in Philly. They didn't have any smoke detectors. None. No smoke detectors at all. So, I mean, what the hell? Sorry, people. Hold on, let's get this up here for a minute. We got to revisit this little fucking scenario. Since people were talking shit about the fucking chair. Fuck that chair, man. Straight up. Yeah, so there was a fire in New York yesterday. I think it was today. Not sure exactly when it really happened. It was in the Bronx. $19 dead, including 9 children. Terrible. I told you earlier, I have a dream. That chair, yeah, man, you did. That's crazy, man. Don't you like that chair? No, I don't. Nope. No, I don't. I wouldn't sit in that chair if you paid me to sit in that chair. No. Absolutely not. All right, so let's play this one. I got one to play right here. I cannot wait until it's the truth. Hey, I'm just being honest with you guys, man. That's what you guys will like, right? People being honest and all that. That's what I'm being.
I'm in a work meeting right now, so I don't have time to shop for the. With Instacart, it's practically like I'm shopping myself. Ooh, nice hair.
That chair changes lives.
Instacart. Shop like
Yeah,
you
it does.
without shopping. Visit instacart.com
Puts air in
or
your
download
head.
the app to get free delivery on your first order.
Let's go back to New York City now. Mayor Eric Adams is speaking to reporters after an apartment fire in the Bronx.
Of our city during this time of a tragedy. This is no longer a
What's
city
good,
or
bro?
state
How you doing, man?
where the governor and the mayor and elected officials and our firefighters, our police officers, our OEM, all of our entities. We are in the energy of when there is a crisis in this city or state, we are coming together. We are sending a loud message with the men and women of the clergy and the other officers in this city.
Yo, 19 people. Hold on, let me stop. 19 people died in this fire, and I got 19 people in this chat right now. It's crazy. Like, what are the chances?
We won't succeed if we're not united. And coming here today, the governor reached out to me,
bro. Good to see you too, bro.
That she wanted to be here to send a loud message for these families and to say thank you to the men and women who went in this building. Some of these firefighters, their oxygen tanks were empty, and they still pushed through the smoke. You can't do this if you don't feel attached to the city and this community. And I really want to thank them for putting their lives on the line to save lives. Over 30 people in the hospital, 19 deaths. 9 of them are children, are babies that we lost. And we're all feeling this. And we're going to be here for this community to help them navigate through this. Many of these young children went to schools. We will have a social and emotional support.
Already visited that, man, the Bob Saget thing. Rewind it a little bit, you'll see it.
At their schools to help the classmates. We're here as well with the Red Cross and OEM is going to coordinate together to get housing, and also some of the emergency needs that the people who experience this trauma experience. And it's so important that we have the faith-based leaders here. This was a large Muslim population. Sheikh Musa is here that knows many of the residents. They came from Gambia. And we want to make sure that we're sensitive to the cultural needs. The ME's office is going to coordinate to make sure that we respect the burial rights of the Muslim community as well as others. So our message is clear today. During the tragedy, we are going to be here for each other. There's more to be discovered. The FDNY is doing a thorough investigation. Commissioner Nigro will update us on the latest. But it appears as though this stemmed from a space heater. But the marshals are here. They will give us a thorough investigation to determine exactly what took place and what we can do better not to have this repeated. And so at this time, I want to just thank the governor of the state of New York, who's here with us today, and just to ask her to say a few words. Governor?
Yeah, man. So my heart goes out to the families. That's a real sad situation. It's really it's sad around this time of year, especially with the holidays that just passed. But so I know you guys looking on the outside looking in, you probably see like things moving slow, but I'm about to hit the ground running pretty soon. I'm going to be dropping some things. And it's gonna be pretty big, like pretty big. Like I'm not even joking. Like just stay tuned and bear with me, people. I got a lot of things coming, and if you guys are rocking with me, you're gonna be here for the ride. So make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you want the real mob content, you hit the promised land, B. See you guys soon.